Hi, welcome back to the workshop. On the last video that we sent out, we discussed and demonstrated the gate on the right hand side, the single gate. I showed you how to build it from scratch. Today we're talking about the double gates. So you can see here behind me a set of double gates. I've already made them up, and the simple reason is that building those double gates is exactly the same way as building the single gates. The only extra item we need first of all is the extra hinge. So the frames come already with the holes in for the extra hinges, but we need an extra hinge to support the weight. And the last bit of items that I need to fit what we've got here. So first of all, we've got a blanket escutcheon. This escutcheon is because the gate frames have got the keyhole in. On the other side, obviously on one side there's no lock, so we need to blank that off. So that's the extra item. We also need a drop bolt, which I've got here. We've got a larger receiver, and again the larger receiver is so that we are covering the keyhole, which I'll show you in a close-up video very shortly. And last of all then is what the gate closes against, which we need to fit one of the rebates. This rebate or slam plate is exactly the same plate as we put on the ends of the gates, which are demonstrated when we did the single gate. Okay, so first of all, what I'm going to be doing is fitting the drop bolt. So what I'm going to be doing is down at the bottom here on the fixed leaf of the gate, we're going to be fitting the drop bolt. So first of all, the main body of the drop bolt is here, and then we've got this bolt that slides inside. And then when this locks on the inside here, so that when both gates are locked, you can't get access to this, so it's a security drop bolt. So this lines up just on the edge of the frame. Okay, so once the body's been fitted onto the gate frame, the next thing then is to drop the locking bolt into position. And then we secure the handle onto the drop bolt. That means that when the drop bolt is up, obviously I am not drilling at the moment into the floor. When that's in its lock position, then that drop bolt would fit into this position. When the other gate is locked, then you cannot open this bolt. Okay, so that's the drop bolt fitted into position. Okay, so I fitted the drop bolt. Obviously it's my workshop here and I'm not drilling holes in the floor everywhere, but the way that this drop bolt works is that this handle that you can see here, when it's in this position and the other gate is closed against it, you cannot get access to this and you can't open it. So again, when it's down and it's locked into position, obviously this piece, when it goes into the floor, would go around here, and again it would twist over, the other gate closes against it, and it's holding that bar into position. So there's no way that anybody can actually get at this drop bolt unless the other part of the gate is already open. Okay, so the next job we've got to do is we're going to fit this receiver. So this is an oversized receiver and specifically manufactured to cover a hole there in the for the lock hole. Right. So obviously all these gates come as a frame as standard. They all are designed to have a lock. On this side we're not, so basically we're going to fit this into position. So the first thing we need to do is we need to position the receiver over the bolt, making sure it's all in line, and get the position. And then what we need to do then is get one of the screws into there. When I hold one of these screws into position and the drop that falls, don't worry too much about it. We just need to get that one position. obviously once we've got the next position, then we want to make sure that's nice and straight. At the moment now, I'm not tightening all these up. I'll do that in a minute. So I'll move the bolt out of the way, and then that's perfectly in position. So the next thing we need to do on the other side is fit the escutcheon. Okay, so the last thing we've got to do now is to fit the blanking escutcheon over the keyhole. It's got a nice little logo on the bottom, so you can see the FG of the logo is on the bottom, and I've marked some positions. So I've measured the previous one, and I know it's 30 millimeters away from the edge of there and 30 millimeters away from the bottom. So what I want to do is make sure those in line and get the holes horizontal. Once you're happy with the position, then it's the same screw into there. And now the final screw. And that's our blanking escutcheon fitted. So once we fitted the drop bolt, the next bit then is the rebate. So basically, the idea being here, the inside face of this rebate in this detail here has got to be in line with the back face of the gate. So it's slightly protruding so that they line up. So I can check that. I can see that that's in the right position now. Just before you fit all the rest of the screws, then it's at a good point, have a good check to make sure everything's okay in terms of your position of the gate is fine and everything's working perfectly. Obviously with the rebates there's no gaps down the side of the gates and there's no gaps down the middle. Everything's closed off. And now we can finish putting the rest of the screws in position, and it's secure. Okay, so if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. And also if you've got any more comments about any other parts of the fencing, the MODE system that you want to cover, then just send us a comment as well. Thanks very much.